can't look at myself without laughing. Hopefully, you have the same experience. We can laugh together. Well, in some reality, it was described to me that the Chinese curse, I don't know if it's true, I never heard a Chinese person make this statement, but I heard that some Chinese person did make this statement, which was perceived to be a curse. May you be born into interesting times. So this is Steve here. I set up a healing field. I thought my co-housing units were returning from the grocery store, so I felt like I had to stop the other video. It turned out it was the neighbors that were opening and closing doors, not my co-housers. So in the other video, I set up a healing field. So in this video, we're still working with the energetics of that healing field. So I'm going to actually probably do some sounds that will help to release some of the energetics that feel like they've amplified a bit by going back to the event that we have gone back to. If you listen to the first video and you decide to participate in that healing event, then you may have experienced certain things physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually as a result of returning to that event. And so this part is you may just clear the whole thing yourself, but some of you may watch this part of this second part of the video kind of to assist you to clear those energies. So I think that sound is going to be what's going to be helpful to just basically healing is allowing events from the past to come fully forward. So whatever is unresolved from the past, we don't have to bring it all forward at once, although it's possible that we could. But we may find ourselves bringing specific aspects of the past forward. And basically, our job in terms of healing is to face the energetics and forgive ourselves or others if others were the traumatizers in our experience. We can choose to forgive them, and we can understand that the value is for both of us. If we are the perpetrator in an event and the other person was the victim, then we can forgive ourselves for perpetrating some traumatic event for another. And in releasing the energy of that for ourselves, it opens the door for the person to release that energy of the event for themselves. And if we perceived ourselves to be the victim in the event, then we can forgive ourselves for, if we feel like we put ourselves in that experience, whatever, it was an overwhelming event. And if we choose to, we can forgive the perpetrator of our trauma. The value of doing that is what it does for us. Now, we may say, well, I don't want to have the perpetrator feel better about themselves. They should feel horrible about themselves for what they did. And that's one way of looking at it. Or we could say, if I release the energy of it's released. And if it benefits the other person, I'm fine. Anybody who gains benefit from the healing that I do, I support. I support the entire world gaining benefit from any healing that I do. I support the world in having benefit from whatever healing work I do. Matter of fact, I encourage it and I support it. And I look at myself and many others who are doing healing work as um, homeopathic remedies. If you're familiar with homeopathy, like constitutional remedies for the planet, that our healing is everyone's healing. And if we participate in this world healing, not only does it have a positive effect for us, because we're healed in the process of participating, but it also has the effect of assisting everyone else's healing to be easier. I mean, it's kind of like, teamwork makes the dream work. These sayings that are really kind of true. That if everybody's participating in the cleanup after dinner, it goes fairly quickly. And the same thing can be said for the healing of the world. If everybody is taking individual responsibility of allowing themselves to heal and supporting others in healing, then the whole world heals faster. So let's just do this. So earlier at the end of the other video, I was talking about this feeling of tension in the chest, but that tension has seemingly gone away since the end of that video and the start of this video, which is maybe 10 minutes. But there's a lot of tightness in the throat. And yawning helps, but just this feeling of tightness. So I'm just going to really, I'm not going to make sounds particularly for this. I'm just going to really get into the tightness of it. Release it. Now that was a very gentle release. Sometimes, releases can be more intense. I don't feel like I want them to be more intense. Sometimes they just are more intense. So now I'm going to take this area here. And I'm just going to suggest, if you feel this tightness, kind of compressive force around the head, you just imagine it, the whole space around your head getting very large. Okay. So in the first video, we went back to an event. We felt particular things and we resolved those particular things. And now the event we went back to is resolved. So now we're going to ask the interdimensional being, the higher self, deep self, our soul group, to assist all the souls that return to the event to combine with that part of their soul that had remained at the event and bring that combined soul back into their body in present time with all of its wisdom, power, and clarity. And I ask all those souls to ground themselves in the healing center of the earth and open up the portal for the delivery of the new energies to uplift the planet at this time. And I ask that those new energies be brought in and ask that those new energies be activated. And I'll let the universe and beyond know that this has been done and that it's good. Okay, that's enough. So that's a healing session, part one and part two. There's a little um, break between part one and part two. So if I didn't say it, this is Steve once again, and and I hope your day goes very well. I hope it goes better now. I hope my day goes better now as well. And now let's go.